Ladies and gentlemen, we have all practiced silence in the past when we were here in the karate school. You should practice silence now, unless you raise your hand and get recognized.
Oh, I know how you can silence yourself.
I am not telling you to mute yourself. I'm telling you to close your mouth and not make any noise.
Yes, sir.
Different. Now, I wanted to talk about this. I wanted you to hear this because this part of this week is about when fairness doesn't happen. I have a question for you. Is what's going on right now necessarily fair?
No, sir.
No, it's not. So what do you do about it? Well, here's the thing. You can whine and complain, and what comes, which is what people generally do when they think things aren't fair. What comes out of that?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. And then guess what? You get miserable. And by the way, we're all trapped in the house with a bunch of other people. The people around you get miserable and nothing changes. So listen, the one thing I'm telling you is it's not that you should accept when things aren't fair. But you should understand that there are going to be times when things are not fair the way we want them to be. How you handle that says more about you as a person, okay, than almost anything else. I've told you guys this already, but I'm going to tell you again. I need you to start finding the positive in this situation. What can you do, given the fact that we are currently sheltering at home and all that other stuff, that will make you come out of this better than when it started? What can you do? You don't need to answer. I want you to think about that, because that's what I'm focused on, is trying to find ways. I mean, for me, I've found a lot of things, particularly about my karate technique, that I need to work on because I've been a little bit lazy about it, to be honest. And this has really helped me a lot in terms of realizing what I need to do. And it's also made me better in terms of my own fitness and how I take care of myself. And it's made me much more aware of, I mean, has anybody else found themselves eating more often than they probably should?
Yes, sir.
Right? It's
No,
tough.
I do not.
It's tough. Well, a lot of people have. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start class. Don't forget a couple things. I'm going to have Mr. Z. We've got a little setup here. We're messing with it, but we're going to spin this thing around so I can do this in the mirror. When we do more advanced technique, it means I can focus on you guys and not just me. And but at the end, I have a little game that I want to play with you guys. It's called What's Changed. And I'm going to take you into the waiting area and see if you guys can figure out what's changed in the waiting area. So give me a second. I'm going to do this. I'm going to mute all of you because you seem to have trouble muting yourself.
Yes, sir.
There we go. So Mr. Z is going to spin the computer. Give us a second. Thank you. There we go. Up. And I'm going to help. I'm going to step and fetch it. Must be here. There we go. Let's see.
Tung Su Alex.
I mean,
Whoa, why is you just gotta scroll until you find him. Yeah. Oh, that's you. Scroll. Give us a sec, folks. These are technical difficulties we're dealing with.
This was bad. There it is. Oh, it's close.
Good. Okay, just so you guys know, when you look at your screen right up here, that's the top. Leave it there for a second, please. That's the top of the mirror. So you can see your goal is black belt behind. We're trying to maximize the amount of screen we've got as we do this. So again, we apologize, but this is to make sure that we get the most accurate experience. So everybody face here, feet together. Attention. You bow. Good. Okay, step out. Chumbi. With this. And again, what I'm going to do is, again, we're going to do stuff. We're going to run in place for a little bit. We're going to do a couple of other things. But I just want to make sure that we're getting loose and we're doing it in a relatively confined space. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to just start running in place. Just run, just normally.
You said slow jog, right, sir?
Oh, you mean like, no, power walking. Like an old person in the mall in the wintertime. Good. Good. Okay, now knees out. Good, now knees in. Now I'm going to turn sideways. Now butt kicks. Now knees high. Good. Running in place again. Do that whole cycle one more time. Knees out. Now butt kicks.
Nice job, Zoe.
Knees high. We're not running as fast. We're getting our knees up. Good. Okay. Give a little blood flow. Excuse me. Next. Good. We're going to do pulsings. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So the 1 and 2 is for our legs, the 3 and 4 is for the old people like me. So again, from here, Hanadul, say nay, and nay is this. Okay, we're going to do it 10 times. So ready? Begin. Hanadul, say nay. 1. Hanadul, say 2. Hanadul, say 3. Hanadul, say 4. Hanadul, say 5. Hanadul, say 6. Hanadul, butts lower, say 7. Push your butt back. Hanadul, say 8. Hanadul, say 9. Hanadul, say 10. So next, this is going to take a little more practice. It's going to be a little bit harder. We're going to do outside in to inside out axe kick. So it's going to be 1, 2, like that. I'll do it facing you. So 1, 2. Do not put your foot down if you can avoid it. If you have to tap, tap behind you. Don't try to stop.
Additional Dunhams.
So watch. When I do this, I'm going to let it swing behind me a little bit. It actually is easy for balance. Okay, we'll do it 8 times a side, okay? So ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Switch sides. One of the things I want you guys to understand is what I realized is my balance has been a little sketchy when we started this. So I've been working on core strength, not just here with you, but on my own, in my own workouts, because balance is a large part of that, okay? And I know I'm going to be better on one side than the other. So same thing, left leg. Ready? 1, 2, a little wobbly there. 3, touch there. 4, 5, 6, struggling. 7, cheated, and 8. I'm not sure why I had more trouble with my standing on my right leg, because that one is the newer of the two apparatus. Good. Okay. So from here, get wide. Sit down deep, okay? So again, from here, what I want you to do is I want you to bend here and sit into it. I'm gonna let my chest come forward because I'm focusing on this a little bit more. If I sit up, it moves back to my butt. Inner thigh. Good, switch.
Mr. Dunham's dog does not want him to stretch, sir.
Mr. Dunham joined us?
Yes, sir.
What is the dog doing that he does not want him to stretch?
The dog's running around, sir.
Well,
Like jumping on him.
Growling, or is it licking him? Good. Okay. Here, turn your heels in. Keep your hands down, push your butt. Straighten your legs. Good. Rolling up. Good. This time, again, one leg forward. Here, heel up, runner's lunge, right like this. Down deep. Again, pushing my left heel back to try and straighten that back leg. I'm pushing into my right knee, so I'm making everything here as long as I can. Drop, chest up, push forward, reach back, grab. Some balance here, up, pull that heel in, feel that in the quad. So that's quad, and then you drop it and you push forward, and it moves up, okay? So turn, other way. Drop. And again, from here, I'm gonna push my hips and butt forward, keep my chest up, my knee goes out past my toes. Good, reach back, grab, up again, whoops. Good. Okay, again, center up here. Good. We turn our fixed uniforms, we got your background attention. Good, face here. Cheerio, attention. Can you bow? Say 감사합니다. Tongsu. Good, okay. We started on Tuesday with reverse techniques. I'm gonna rework that theme, and some of you guys, the junior belts, this may be a little tougher. One of the traditional aspects of Tongsu Do is a lot of circularity of motion. In other words, circularity, not linear, circular like that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do reverse versions of the 4 blocks in basic block set. To me, the funny part about it is the hardest one to do really well with body rotation is outside in block. It's the easiest one in this instance. I don't want you stepping back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put our right foot back, okay? So if we're doing low block, here, right? So here, like that, here. So what I want you to think of, you see my arms are moving in big circles for the junior belts. If you just chamber like this and do that, that's fine. But watch, you see how here, if I do this, it doesn't cover my whole body. Like that. For the senior belts, and this is black belts particularly, you're gonna want a big circle kind of facing 45 and then drive that right shoulder out. I want you to feel like, for me, I feel power up in here and less down here. So we're gonna do this 8 times a side. I want you to not worry as much about your stance as the power you're delivering from here. So I wanna see big circles, like that, like that, okay? So there are a lot of different applications for this, but I just want you to feel, again, you're looking for a feeling. If I do this, it doesn't feel powerful, it feels like all arms. If I'm here, that motion right there, and the opening of my chest is a big part of it. So we're gonna struggle with it together a little bit. This is my strong side, we're starting right leg back. So from here, again, big circle, ready, Imagine someone's grabbed you here. You're not just breaking their grip, you're breaking their arm. And you're gonna break, you're gonna whole body. So from here, tool, see, drive, get that elbow behind you. Say, nay, tassel, tassel, yudo, yudo. Good, all right, now we'll do the other side. Again, think about it. Someone's grabbed me here, stepping back. I'm gonna, boom. So I'm gonna end up in this square position. So we'll try the other side. And again, from here, big circle, driving, in this case, my left shoulder out. See how I'm turning my body? Again, I'm turning into my lead leg. And again, junior belts, just a little this, and turn. So if you start square, and if black belts, if you're struggling with this, start square and just focus on turning like that. But as you do this, from here, you start feeling your chest and shoulders getting involved, the big muscles.
But
So-
Master Barnes, you still have a chamber, correct?
What?
You still
Yes,
have a
thank you.
chamber.
The idea, and again, for the junior belts, black belts know this. What is a chamber? Master Coughlin, tell them. It's the middle of a technique. You have to pass to this position, but if you notice from here, I'm going here and I'm hitting my chamber position as I do it. So if you're struggling with this, start with your chamber and think about turning your chest that way. Like that. I'm doing the same thing. Anybody who knows how to do Samurai Yukjang will see, so you go from here, you'll see these big motions like that. That's what we're practicing, and something that as a school we're weak with. So again, junior belts, start here, turn your chest that way as you block, get the blocking shoulder out. Senior belts trying to make big circles from here. And again, Master Coughlin's point is, when you see me do this, boom, like that, you don't really see, because it happens quickly, that I'm coming here to do that. So think about that. Senior belts, if you think about making your chamber over here, like that, okay? So we're doing 8 times on this side. Good, ready. Tool. Say. Nay.
Face.
Zoe, switch hands.
They're grabbing here. So I'm coming
Feet are good.
over like that. Tassel. Again, imagine an arm grabbing you right here.
Parker, use both arms.
Right? Yasso. This elbow behind me is a big part of it. Good. Igo. Ido. Good. Borrow. It's going to be fairly similar with high block. Right? So again, my chamber here for the junior belts, same thing. Start square, turn, feel like your high block's a little more sideways and a little bit less front. Senior belts, you're going to think about coming in again. Somebody's grabbed here, somebody's hitting down on you, you're going to go, we talked about this, boom. Did that on Tuesday, same concept, okay? It's also grip breaks. All blocks can also be applied as grip releases. Somebody's grabbing like that. So right foot back, we're going to reverse. The key is to make sure that the blocking shoulder, the trail shoulder, ends up closer to me than the non-blocking trail shoulder. If you end up with this being hard to see. So 8 times here, ready. Hana. Tool. Turn your body, look at my body. Say. Nay. Tassel. Yasso. Ilgo, big circles. Yido. Right? Okay, we're going to switch. So what I'm thinking to myself is, when we're doing this, maybe first dans can start messing with it. Again, non-black belts. Start here, turn and drive. Think about your shoulder, not your arm. Drive this shoulder towards me. Like that, right? And again, Mr. Minikowski, Mr. Margolin, Gunner, and even some of the higher first dans. This is this big circle. I feel a lot of body rotation when I do this, and there's a synchronization issue, and that's really what I'm trying to get at for you guys and for me, is a synchronization of my upper and lower body. If I go like this, it's late. If I go like this, it's not all working together. So these are great exercises for synchronization, and it's, again, I hope it's helping you, but it's also helping me a lot too, because I haven't trained like this in a long time. Good, I got, what, another 6 years for my next belt test. So, ready? Hana! Big circles. Tool! Say! Nay!
Good, Simone. Use both arms, though.
Okay, so I'm going to do, the last few I'm going to do like junior belts. Senior belts, keep working it. Yasso! Ilgo!
Good, Lou.
Ilgo! Okay, borrow. Now we're going to do inside out block. It's the same concept. We did this. This is what got me thinking about it as we were doing that before. The same concept applies to the first 3 blocks because they all look like defensive hip turn. You're going to find that that's a piece of cake, right? So all of a sudden we've taken the easiest blocks and made them harder, and the hardest block and made it easier. So from here, we're going to do inside out block. And again, I'm going to do the first 4 or 5 junior belt style. So we're going to start like this, and we're going to turn our shoulder towards the mirror, okay? So I'll do the first 4 like that and the last 4 like senior belts, and I'll do that on the other side. Ready? Hana! So start your chamber. Tool! Say!
Good job, Luke.
Nay! Big circles. Tassel! Ha! Yasso! Ha! And senior belts, you see I go from here and I touch my chamber. Good. Ilgo! Yido! Good. Maro, back you go. Don't worry, this is the hard part. The easy part is doing outside in block. Okay, so from here again, I'm going to start with a junior belt. And again, my chest square to you guys. So if I turn sideways, I'll turn sideways this way. It's easier. I start square. I think. So from here, I start square and then drive. I'm sorry, from here. I start square and then drive. So this is my front leg, but my belly button's pointing sideways. Good. Okay, so left leg back. From here, starting like the junior belts. Ready? Hana! Drive your left shoulder towards me. Tool! Say! Nay! Now big circles for me. Tasso! Yasso! Ilgo! Yido! Borrow, back you go. Last one we're going to do, we're going to do outside in block. And again, this isn't just about blocking. This is about feeling your body working in concert together, okay? That's what this is about. That's what this week has been about for me, is kind of a coordination of all the pieces, right? If your legs are working right, but your shoulders are working wrong, then nothing can happen. The key to power is everything happening in sequence. Dr. Chu actually told me it's called a kinetic chain, okay? So, and he sent me diagrams, and I was looking at them like, I have no idea what that is. So outside in block, much easier. It's going to be just here across like that. So junior belts, start here and turn. I'm going to start like junior belts. Okay, so ready. Hana! Tool! Say! Nay! And now senior belts. Tasso! Yasso! Ilgo! Yido! Good, and borrow. Anybody who's worked on or knows Samang Paljan, all of those movements are blocking motions. They're all blocking motions. Inside out, grab, outside in. That's actually a Hapkido-based form. So anybody who's done any Hapkido knows it's about breaking stuff. It's not about anything else. So from here, again, like junior belts, I'm starting very square, hips are square, turning. And you see my arm come across in front of my face. So ready, hana! And remember with outside in block, it's not this, but it's not this either. It's got to be a rotational coming across, boom, ha, ha. So, tool, say, nay. Now bigger turns for me. Tassel, has, yazo, has, ilgo, has. Yido, turn hard, good, okay, and borrow. I would encourage all of you to practice that stuff. And if you want to make it more difficult, stepping backwards, stepping forwards, because if you learn to do it in place, forwards, and backwards, you're going to develop a feel for it. And then when you do it wrong, you're going to know, okay? We did that. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to focus a little bit on forms. We've got a little bit, we're gonna do Ijang, and again we're gonna do it in pieces. I'm gonna do it until I come up here, and then I'm gonna back up, right? And then I'm gonna go 1, and I'm gonna do my kicks. We're gonna connect them like that. I'm gonna do Ojang. Okay, same thing. The minute I get down here, I'm gonna back up, and we're gonna do those pieces. And we're going to teach you to link them together later. So everybody, pay attention. I've got a whole list of stuff, and we never get through all of it. So everybody say Samrang Ija. Okay, I'm going to go a little slower at the beginning. So from here, turning, high knife. Aim first, step, middle punch. Hands to back hip, looking at me. Pull your front foot back and step. High knife. Aim, step. Middle punch. Knife set down the middle. Low knife. high knife. Spinning chop, I'm gonna shuffle. Yeah! Good, so now we'd be turning backwards and turning with left foot forward. So we would turn, high knife. I have to turn my back to you guys. This leg, my back leg is gonna do a crescent kick and a side kick. I will put my foot down, unlike number 16. I'm sorry.
Ashlyn, what are you doing?
What was that? Me?
No, Ashlyn, sir.
Ashlyn, just because you know this doesn't mean you can't get better at it. Okay, so back leg, crescent kick 1. Put it down. Side kick, same leg. 2. Chop with the front hand. Punch. Right? Now you're looking at me as you turn. Hands go to back hip, turning. High knife fighting stance. Back leg, crescent kick 1. Same leg, side kick 2. Chop, punch. Come back the way we came. Low knife. High knife. Spinning chop. And again, I'm going to shuffle. Yeah! And again, now we'd be turning backwards. I'm going to take us there. So from here, high knife. You notice the theme. Every time we pivot, we're doing high knife. Jumping front kick. Back leg up. Front leg does the kick. Jumping front kick. Reverse punch. Easiest turn. High knife. Back leg up. Front leg jumping kick. And borrow. Shoulder. Kamsamida. Tongue two. Understand something. Just because you know that doesn't mean that you should take a vacation when we're doing the junior belt stuff. Because the fact is that when Master Vendetti, Master Coughlin, myself, Mr. Minkowski, all the instructors are here, watching the senior belts and how they apply themselves to the junior material is the best indicator of how the senior belts are doing. So if Mr. Margola, or I don't know if Mr. Paternich is on, Mr. Jacobson are doing this, and they're dogging it in that form, that's when we're going to kick their butts because, and they know this, they don't do this, but if all you want to do is learn more, you're missing the entire point. So Masters Vendetti and Coughlin, do you think I should do that one more time? Or are they?
It looks good, sir.
They all look good? Okay. Well, then you know what? We've got time. So we're going to move on to Samjang. I was just going to do one junior and one senior form. We're going to do Samjang, and we're going to do this in pieces as well. A lot of things, I'm going to have to turn my back to you guys at a couple of points during this form. Okay? So, but the angles of this form are kind of messing with people a little bit. So if we step back, Chubi. Do it again. Say Samang Samjang. Remember, it's 2 arrows. Hold on. Our forms are generally an eye pattern, right? So flat on the top, straight down the middle, flat on the bottom. This one is an arrow. So I'm going to work here on these angles. On these angles, then I'm going to work down the middle, and there's another arrow pointing away from me. So that one's pointing towards me. There's another one pointing away from me. So we're working those angles, right? So you've got to keep that in mind because the one thing that we see is people misunderstanding or not giving enough attention to those angles. So make sure you're thinking about that. For this form, I am going to pretend like I'm in a small space like a lot of you are. In other words, I'm going to shuffle my feet. I might step here. 1, 2, I'll go here. I'll go here. I'll go here. And I'll go there. And I'm standing in roughly the same place. As long as we realize we're shuffling, we're okay. Okay? So we chumi. Good. Say Samang Samjang. From here, stepping out, fighting stance on an angle. Low knife, high knife. This hand goes under, inside block, punch. Punching hand in front, low knife, high knife. Under, inside block, side stance, punch. Fighting stance down the middle, reinforced block. This is just like dragon set. So for example, the Dunhams, you know dragon set. This little sequence is part of dragon set. Up, down, punch, trail hand on top, step out. Yeah! Good. Now from here, what I'm showing you is I went, yeah, right? The way you turn, 1, 2, 3, like that, right? So we went, reinforced block, here. So what we're gonna do is from here, we're gonna turn, get in a horse stance, punch here. So watch, see my feet like this? I'm here, point there, I'm gonna pick my heels up and turn. 1, 2, up, 3. Again, like Dragon said, kick, leaping back fist. I'm now turning my back to you. I'm gonna do this in place. So kick, yeah. Now watch, this hand on top, this hand on the bottom, palm up, step back in horse stance, stay there. This is what I look like. Not here, like this. So from here, again, pulling back. So again, long hand under your chin, short hand by your ear, shift the other way, and I'm shuffling so I can simulate what you guys are doing. Make sure you do your kick and reach inward before you do your leaping back fist. So, kick, yeah, top, shifting, high knife down the middle. Remember, you technically be coming back. Front leg is not the kicking leg. You're going to step with your right, kick with your left. Good, now right leg, roundhouse kick, step behind, hook kick, yeah, like that, okay? So again, we're simulating the end of this. So you're all gonna get here, just like we did when we turned in the first half. Good, and now you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna punch 1, punch 2, but now instead of turning like that, we're gonna go high block right down the middle, turn, yeah! Tomorrow, show. Come somebody da, tongue soup. So listen, I can see how many people have viewed our videos. I can't see who, but I can see how many. I hope you guys are enjoying the live classes. I hope you guys are enjoying the workout and the physical aspect of it. But I need you to start asking yourself, what did I struggle with? What do I need to know? And to go to the library and start looking at those videos and working with them. For 2 reasons. 1, because it'll help you move forward faster. And 2, because I need to know if there's something missing from them, if there's something more that you need. I am happy to film and refilm. We have filmed 41 tutorial videos. We broke the walking techniques, the 1 steps, the self-defense into smaller bites, but the forms are whole, the block sets are whole, and so on and so forth. So use those, okay? So everybody tune me, this is the last thing we're gonna do. Good. Everybody say, Samra Gojan, okay? So again, this is the first form from 1st to 2nd degree black belt. Cross, stepping out, block, punch. Slide back, high knife. Junior belts, this may go a little fast for you, that's fine. We're gonna slide up, middle, high roundhouse kick, reverse punch 1. Notice the rotation, high block 2, shuffling, upward elbow strike. Notice palm facing my head.
So Kashfi, take a step.
And I'm shuffling a little bit to make sure I stay in frame. So this hand goes under, turn in, block, punch. It's called defense punch. Slide back, high knife. Slide up, middle, high roundhouse kick, reverse punch, high block, upward elbow strike. I'm trying to stay centered. Elbowing hand goes under, down the middle, low X. Get chest up, back, high X. Inside of my wrists together, right? Back hand is facing you. Rotate, strike, punch. Under, slide back, fighting stance. Blocking hand on top, back spinning. Chop, punch. When I look in the picture right here, looks like I'm choking myself. Okay, so here, back leg, front kick, put it down. Switch your feet, axe kick, yeah. Okay, so that's the first part. It's not the first half. Newly minted first dons, like Liam Sullivan's working on this, Kyle Sullivan's working on this, Rachel Niagara, she's here, is working on this, so on and so forth. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn from here. So I would be here. Shuffle. So my front kick, shuffle, axe kick. So I would be here. You're gonna turn, low block this way. Right? Now watch. Hands come back. Notice my front foot didn't move at all. Kick this in. Now I'm in a side stance. Everything happens together. Hand closest to you, it's with my kicking leg. Pull this hand back, other hand out, back leg. Kick, punch. 1, 2. Hand of my ribs on top, other way. Low block. back. Hand closest to you comes back. This hand goes out. Back leg. 1, 2. Here we go with the reverse technique. Look. Right there. This leg is going to kick twice. No Master Kaufman kicks on the second one. So from here, back leg. Front kick. 1, 2. Flying side kick. Defense punch. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now again, we're going to pretend like we were here. So we're going to start here. Feet together. Hands here. First thing, because that pivot we need to work on. And I don't want you guys to get in bad habits. We're going to chamber side kick, and then we're going to side kick. And when we do side kick, it's side kick and a punch. That hand goes out. So from here, chamber side kick, punch. Elbow. Reach down to this hip. Counter rotation. It's a lot like the reverse techniques we were doing. That's one of the reasons I was doing this. 1.
Handlings, pay attention.
Yeah, Jack better pay attention. 2, 3, kick, punch, elbow. Watch this, thumbs in, crossing my hands, step into a horse stance, turn my hips. 1, 2, back, punch 3. From here, big circle. Again, very similar to dragon set. Kick and a leaping back fist. So from here, I'm gonna stay center. Oh, hold on. Kick. Yeah. Cross my hands, pivot, step out, grab. And again, notice my arm, bent. Not this, bent. Knee strike. So from here, knee strike. Yeah. Put your foot down here, turn. Here. So let's pretend we were just there. Right? So we turn. So I'm at knee strike, turn. Spear. Now watch, spearing hand stays straight, both hands become fists. I'm gonna spin backwards and face you in fighting stance. 1, pull this down, imagine you grabbing someone's shirt. 2, I don't even know how to do this. So from here, we're gonna turn, put your hands here. I don't know how to do that, folks. So we're here, uppercut, jump turn, here. Spin backwards. Chop. Crescent. Yeah. And borrow. Jonas, did you fall over in that punch? Chop. Come to me, Tung Su. So go to the tutorials for that stuff. I would encourage you, junior belts, look around, mess around a little bit, right? Mess around and check out some of the senior stuff. If you feel comfortable with the material that covers your belt, print the page for the next belt. See how much you know. Do your inventories like that, okay?
Master Barnes,
Yes, ma'am.
maybe we'll come back from this with the new Kevin Ho.
Ah, I know a lot of you have heard the story. Master Kaufman is referring to a young man who years and years and years ago, I believe it was he tested for brown belt. And so it was a Saturday and he tested. And he came into class on Monday. And he was in his group, and I said, "Okay, Kevin, we're going to start working on Pyongan Samdan, which was his next form. It's like that." And I started teaching him, and I realized that I can go faster. I'm wondering what this is. And then he's keeping up, and he's doing everything right, and I can go faster and faster and faster. And I stopped at the end of the entire form, and I said, "You've been paying attention when you've been sitting and watching the senior belts?" And he said, "Yes, sir." Kevin Ho tested for his advanced brown belt a lot faster because he paid attention during class, even when he was sitting or he was standing in line waiting his turn. Okay? So normally we do ab work or something like that. We'll do one thing, but we'll do a lot of it because I have to play my game. Take your belts off. Okay. If you're a tough guy, make it shorter. If you're a super crazy, crazy, crazy tough guy or gal, make it really short. I'm gonna start right here. I don't even know if I'm flexible enough to do this. Okay, sitting down. I'm gonna start here. It's gonna be over. Whoops, I'm falling over. And then under. There's a flexibility component like that. So that's 1. We're gonna do 10 of them. It's ab week, right? So from here, ready? Legs up, and you can see, by the way, if I've got it really long, It's more like skipping rope. It's too easy. So, but if you want to do that, do that. Okay, ready? Up. Here we go. Over. Oops, dropped it. And under. 1. Gotta get this. Yep. Then over. Under. 2. Over. Under. 3. Over. Under. 4. Over. Under. Whoops. 5. Do not lay back. Over. Under. 6.
Good job, John.
Over. Under. 7. Oops. On my toes. Over. Under. 8. Over. I need to gain weight so I get a longer belt. Under. 9. Oops. Over. I'm fighting it. And under. 10. Oh, that was even hard for me. I shouldn't have done ab ripper this morning. Master Coughlin knows what that is. Mr. Minikowski knows. Turn around, fix your uniforms. Let's belt back up real quick. We got a game to play. Good. Sorry, I'm not done yet. Everybody face here. Feet together. Chariot. Bow. Say Kamsamida. Tongsu. Now again, we need to bow for Master Vendetti and Master Coughlin because they're teaching. I'm lead, but they're making corrections. So let's face me like you were facing them. Chariot. Salvums Kikye. Kamsamida. Tongsu. Hold on a second. I'm going to take you off the mirror.
Zach Feldman. I have a question for him before you go, Master Barnes.
We're not going yet, but yeah, go ahead.
Zach Feldman, are you in your room right now? Make your bed.
Oh, Zach, you forgot. Master Coughlin is now a mom. Hold on. There we go. Unmute. Okay, now we're going to play a game.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to take you all out to the waiting area.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me, aside from the fact that the calendar is not finished, what is different? Okay, so you guys see. There's the front door, right? You see it? I turn here. I'll take you closer. Right? The shoe rack.
Yes, sir.
New carpet.
Picture board.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I'm changing that every week. The thing that you guys never look at, we're changing because it's just like a normal week. Right? So there's the top, but that's not really where it is. You look down here. By the way, new magazines are not what I'm talking about. Like I said, the calendar is not done. You can see the water cooler, trash can like that. Right? So we're looking. We're looking.
New camera?
Picture. It's clean. Who said that? Who said that? It's always clean when we start the day. It's actually dirtier now than it is if you were coming. Does anybody see anything different?
New picture.
What picture?
Is that one behind you next to
No,
Danny?
rack, sir.
It's the turn the camera to your left. It looks like 2 instructors in gray.
That's
Thank-
always been there.
No, it hasn't.
That was inside your office.
I got
That's
it.
exactly right, Ms. Delvin.
Yeah, I
because
knew it.
Deal. And we're going to mess with you guys. This is normally what's hanging there.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Minikowski's in that
Where'd he
picture.
go?
That's one of the years that we won a softball. One of the teams that I sponsored won a softball tournament. So we're just going to keep messing around because I wanted you guys to know that we are here in the school doing this for you. There may be times where people are doing it from home, but because look, I mean, it doesn't look the same. It's dirty.
Yeah.
When you guys come in, this would never be the case. Ever be the case. Right? And look, you know what? Whoever said it was dirty, you're going to need one of these.
I see Bob.
Yeah, Bob got frisky with me. He showed me up and I went like that.
You know you could kick Bob and he wouldn't feel anything.
How do you know? How do you know? Maybe Bob's just really tough.
Bob has a heart. Bob has a heart.
Bob does have a heart.